I thought today I would start off with a brief history of medicine, and then I wanted to try and give you a better understanding of energy medicine. If you think about how medicine has been carried out over the years, if you go back, 1,000 years ago, they looked at somebody, and that was the extent of diagnosis. You look at somebody, and if you couldn't see what was wrong with them, you just try and do things. Back then, though, they tried, some of the things we use today, different herbs, different modalities, and then they came up maybe a little over 500 years ago with the microscope, so they could see a little bit more as to what might be going on. Certainly, they've come up recently with better diagnostic tools, CAT scans, MRIs, ultrasound. But they stopped going further. In other words, all they're doing is just looking at the person at deeper and deeper levels, but they didn't go deep enough, because deep enough would be the energy of the person. And that's where they stopped, and because medicine isn't interested in understanding the underlying cause as long as they can sell a drug to treat your symptom. How many people in this room are not on any prescription drugs? That's a good number. So that's good. So it was about 50-50, would you say, maybe? All right, how many people are on more than one prescription? Okay, not too many. All right. Okay.
Depends on the doctors they're seeing, right, Dr. Slavin?
Well, not only on the doctor you're seeing, but the number of doctors you see. Because every doctor has about maybe 5 to 10 drugs that they like to use. So the more doctors you see, the more drugs you'll be put on. So when we talk about energy medicine, it's a difficult concept because you can't see it, you can't feel it, but you know it's there because think about it. We put some lights on in this room. How does that all happen? It's all energy. How many people in this room do not have a cell phone? 2 people without a cell phone. Everybody else, that's energy. So, well, our bodies require energy, and the communication between all the cells is energy. And we're going to show you today just how you can map that energy flow and determine at an even earlier time frame what's going on. So if you think about it, mainstream medicine is interested in disease. And then you've heard me talk on the radio, we're interested a little bit more in dysfunction. In other words, before you get disease, you have dysfunction, something goes wrong. And before you get dysfunction, you have alterations in the energy of the body. In other words, it's telling you, okay, we can use that, use a car as an example. You can have something off a little bit, say the alignment of the tires are off, or not enough air in the tire. Car still runs fine, but over time, you're going to have more problems than you would normally have if you kept everything running smoothly. So right now, I want to, and this is the test we'll be drawing from, to show you a video of that. Because I really like this video because it really sums up everything.
Do you wake up feeling tired, have frequent headaches or memory lapses? Do you just not feel as young as you should be? Could the pollution from the environment be having an impact on your well-being? Could your diet not be sustaining you and leaving you with a lack of energy? Almost everybody these days is living with a condition they would prefer not to have, and the potential of heart disease, obesity, diabetes and cancer is becoming far more common. The changes to our food and diet, increasing environmental pollutions and stressful lifestyles can lead to a poor expression of wellness. Most of us are living way below our optimal levels of physical, mental and emotional capabilities. Your hair can provide information on important questions speedily and effectively within just 15 minutes. The Cell Wellbeing S Drive can instantly generate a full report digitally from our information center based in Germany, looking at issues such as toxins, nutrients, vitamins, minerals and amino acids, immune factors and foods and additives to avoid. A single strand of hair has been proven to be one of the most effective biomarkers. as it accumulates information about a variety of processes in your entire body. Leading scientists have long known that the key to looking younger and living longer is largely controlled by the environment that we create for ourselves. 98% of our physical expression is a direct result of our environment, with only 2% directly attributed to our genes. Modern-day stress and pollutions require a modern-day solution. What toxins could be challenging you? Could they be EMF frequencies, chemicals, radiation, or even parasites? Tests do not guess. What could you be eating that is causing a challenge? What nutritional supplements are you lacking? With the awareness and information presented from a single hair test, indicating areas that need attention on your own personal optimization plan. Current conditions could be improved and future conditions could be avoided. Take a hair test today and follow the report indicators, using a step-by-step natural approach to optimize you. A sense of well-being is your own personal choice. Why not get a hair test today?
So I want to make a point about how come mainstream medicine isn't using tests like this. If you think about all the tests mainstream medicine uses, it's designed to determine what drug to use or what surgical procedure to do. In other words, they're looking for business. And the business they're looking for obviously is to sell a drug or a surgical procedure instead of what should it be or what is it?
No, what is it?
Well, insulin is the hormone your body makes to control your blood sugar. So what happens is if you're eating too many carbohydrates over a long period of time, in order to protect your body from dropping your blood sugar too low, because it puts out the insulin to control your blood sugar, it starts modifying let's see, it would modify just how strong the insulin is so it doesn't drop the blood sugar too low, and that's why you start getting insulin resistance. So then what you see in people is in order to control the blood sugar in the normal range, you have higher and higher insulin levels as insulin resistance increases. The problem with that whole scenario is over time, these high levels of insulin cannot be maintained or sustained. The pancreas puts out the insulin, and over time, the pancreas just can't keep up those levels, so now your insulin levels start to drop, and when that happens, your blood sugars go up, and now the doctor says, you've got diabetes, and the good news is, I've got a drug for you. Now, that's the bad news. The good news would have been if he picked up the high insulin level, he could have said, look, if you just change your diet, you can reverse all this. So that's the significance of insulin, and it's high insulin levels are associated with a lot of illnesses.
That's not never done routinely in a blood test, just like
No, it has to, no.
I always see glucose, but
Right, and the reason why that's a little misleading is you can have high insulin levels with normal blood sugars, so you're missing out on that important piece of information.